Alright, hello. I'm actually recording this from the choir room, so hello from the choir room. We miss you. I just wanted to show you the Sight Reading Factory subscription and let you kind of work through figuring it out yourself, but giving you some direction on the way. So when you log in, you'll probably see something that says recent. I've already played around with it a little bit, so it'll show up different for me than for you. I created one for my 8-month-old son. Yep. And saved. I haven't done anything like that on this side. You can create stuff and alto, soprano. You can make sight reading parameters and be able to save that. So your configurations can show up here. So assignments, though, this is where your stuff will show up. Currently, I'm enrolled in 7th grade and in high school choir. We'll come back to that. Your classes, this is where you do enroll in classes. I recommend that you only enroll in high school choir, since that's you guys. So I'll go back to, and then you can, do different levels and different preferences and stuff like that. So here's your assignments, and this is probably the best place to start. Your sight reading practice is something I have created for you. Nothing from here is going to be graded. You have unlimited attempts. Again, not for a grade, just for practice. Example will begin on do. You can test your microphone. I know mine is working, so I'm going to skip that. And then you can choose your voice part. Tenors, you can choose the bass clef or the treble clef. Practice on both, why not? Sopranos, altos, and basses. I'm just going to choose alto. But as we know, it might not necessarily, I've created a few key signatures, it might not necessarily, even though I chose alto, choose the key of C. Let's see what happens. Alright, so in this case it did. Now this follows along with the all Virginia auditions. So the first two measures here are the same as 5 and 6. You can choose play your starting note. You can have a metronome. For practice, you can actually change how it plays your starting note. Your opening pitch is probably the best one to stay on, even though it will always begin on do in this circumstance. It's over. I didn't read through it. Do, re, mi, do, mi, sol, so, do, ti, la, so, mi, sol. Do, re, mi, do, mi, sol, so, do, ti, la, so, mi, do. And then you should be able to listen to your recording, listen to a synthesized audio, listen to a synth recording. So I'm going to do that. All you have to do is hit play. I didn't read through it. Do, re, mi, do, mi. Now because I started talking while the countdown was happening, it wasn't able to sync it the right way. So make sure when that counter is happening that you are silent, so when you go back and you listen after it's recorded, you don't have that lag. You can try another, you can abandon the assignment altogether, and come back to it later on. So now that I did that, if I go to recent, my All Virginia Choir shows up in our recent configurations, and you can just go there and practice instead of do it as an assignment. So this looks like E flat, so that's a soprano starting note, even though it says alto. So you can choose new configurations, keep on practicing. You still have this to play your starting note. You can change the tempo in the practice mode. You can play that and sing through it. And actually, let me find one that, yeah, this is fine. So now you have a new note. That's your starting note. And once you're done practicing and once you're through the first time singing it a cappella with a metronome, you can go back and play it and sing along or just listen to it and make sure you did it right. So listen to this. And we can keep on listening to the whole thing too if we wanted to. So that gives you a little bit of a starter on how to do that. Again, you can start sight reading and you can create your own thing if you want to. Alto, soprano. Sight Reading Factory has some levels that you can create. You can also just customize with different rhythms if you want to. Different rests, you can choose the difficulty of that. You can make pitches and leaps, leap styles. So custom, there's a lot of things that you can configure here. So play around with that if you want to, but if nothing else, once you go to the assignment and you've done a sight reading practice through the parameter that I created, it'll show up here for you to be able to practice here. If you have any other questions, just shoot me a message and I'll answer it as soon as I can. Good luck.